Hi there everyone and welcome back to the Golfshake YouTube channel. Today we've got brand new drivers from Wilson to take a look at, but before we do that, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, see loads more content from all of us here at Golfshake to help you play more and play better. Right, let's take a look at the new Dynapower driver range from Wilson. So Wilson staff have two brand new drivers for the 2023 season, and they're bringing back an old name in Dynapower. Dynapower was always about getting the player more power, and certainly in the irons that came out before, which were used by Arnold Palmer, they were extremely powerful and really groundbreaking for the time when they came out. So Dynapower represents that in the modern day golfer, and the drivers that have just come out in this range, there's two different models as I've got here, which we'll talk through individually, but they've been designed to do exactly that and give the player more power and obviously forgiveness as well. So we've got two models, as I've said. So the Dynapower titanium driver, which is here, basically has been designed with more players in mind, really, I suppose, the broadest spectrum of golfers possible. In the playing position, it looks pretty clean and really nice, but it's got that kind of neutral to back weighting and more of a kind of draw bias element in there for that player who really needs that help in their golf swing. We've got a 16-gram weight at the back of this one. It's also, for the first time in a while, adjustable from Wilson as well. AI has been used in this PKR2 face. The other model that we have is Dynapower Carbon, and as the name suggests, there's more carbon involved in the construction. So we've got the crown here and some in this toe section of the driver too. So what that has allowed the engineers at Wilson staff to do is move weight around the head into positions that's going to benefit us as golfers. So that discretionary weight that we're able to move around makes the head more forgiving, but the carbon model has definitely been aimed at your higher club head speed and maybe slightly better or lower handicap player. Certainly someone who wants to spin it a little bit less. So this time we've only got 12 grams of weight in the back. The overall weighting in the head is much more towards the face, yeah, so it's further forward or more advanced in the head, if you like. What that should do is lower the spin when we're hitting this driver and potentially get us, a bit more control for those higher club head speed players. Again, it's adjustable. The two I have here are 9 degrees, but obviously available in numerous different lofts to suit. Let me stop talking about it. Let's go up into the performance center, hit some shots and tell you exactly what we think. We're going to start off by hitting the Dynapower Carbon driver, okay? So it's a 9-degree head. I've set it down to 8 degrees, which should suit me quite nicely. We have a Ventus 6X shaft in here as well. Let's hit a few and see exactly how it performs. I would say in the playing position, I really like it. It looks really good. That carbon effect on the top of the driver looks pretty strong as well. Not too dissimilar from the way Callaway and TaylorMade and even Cobra this season, their drivers look really in that address position. So let's just hit a few and see exactly how it performs. Definitely feels like it has that bit of carbon in there, and you'll know if you've hit one before that's a fairly carbon heavy head, if you like. It does sound a little bit different. It sounds a little bit duller, and this one certainly does as well. Now switch the head over to the Dynapower TI driver, exactly the same setting, so 9-degree head set at 8. So let's have a bit of a look and see how that performs. Looks wise, a little bit cleaner looking. Some of you will probably prefer that. Again, same face, slightly different in the way that the head is weighted and designed. So let's see if it does exactly what it should do. So a little bit higher launch and spin, and maybe have that little bit more draw bias in it too. Certainly feels and sounds a little bit different. Doesn't sound as kind of dull and carbony as the Carbon head does. Sounds just a little bit higher pitch, but felt just as good, to be honest. When we take a little bit of a look at the data that we saw in the performance center, then let's start with the Dynapower driver, so the Dynapower titanium, okay? So this is the one designed to spin a little bit more, maybe be a little bit more forgiving, certainly the weight towards the back of the head. And when we look at the numbers here, we can see, yes, it is ever so slightly higher spin, but we're still looking, 2.5, just over 2,500 RPM. In terms of the ball speed we're getting, it's pretty good, and it kind of compares quite nicely to the Carbon model as well. So 169 miles an hour. 284 carry, pretty much 306 total distance, and performance wise very, very good. When we look then at the Carbon, which obviously has been designed to spin a bit less, and certainly in this test it has, so we look 2,470 as an average, 170 miles an hour ball speed. And, on the face of it, there's not really much to split these two models. What I would say from hitting them, I would say in terms of forgiveness, this one definitely feels more forgiving, the TI model, okay? However, when we come to dispersion and we look at that on the graph here, so we can see in terms of the ball flights, they're pretty similar, but dispersion-wise, the Carbon model, I was just able to hit it that little bit straighter. Certainly found that this one came out that little bit lower spin, which it should do. Had that tendency maybe to lose this one left a little bit sometimes, but that's exactly what it's designed to do. In terms of the numbers we're getting, so around that 170 miles an hour ball speed mark and around the kind of 305 to 308 distance, any of you that have seen the review videos that we've done already this season will know that this pretty much stacks up very nicely against all the other drivers we've tried. Don't just take my word for it though. If you're going to go out and have a go with these drivers, which you definitely should do, because price point wise, they're a little bit kinder on the wallet than some of those Callaway, TaylorMade and Cobra drivers that I've already mentioned. Go to a Wilson fitter or a Wilson demo day, hit these drivers, they'll put you in the correct shafts, they'll maybe tinker around with the weights in the back of the head and also find the right setting on the hosel there for you as well. So hopefully you've enjoyed that video. I certainly have loved testing these, as I always do any product that Wilson staff send us to hit here on the Golfshake channel. Please keep watching all of our content. We've got lots of reviews coming up and lots that we've already done this season on the newest products. So keep watching all of our content to help you play more and play better. See you all very soon.